We got to talk about this Deion Sanders situation. Deion Sanders leaves an HBCU. He leaves Jackson State. I remember when he took over the head coaching job at Jackson State. I've always been a Deion Sanders fan because he's just a guy. He's a character, man. Ever since he became a coach, he has shown everybody he's not just this isn't a facade. He's just a guy with a lot of energy. He's a guy that cares about people, truly cares about people, no matter how they treat him. The first week he took over as the head coach at Jackson State, his his office got ran through. His son's car got broken into. Shit stole out of it. And yet they still stayed. And yet Deion Sanders still made a difference. Took money out of his own pocket from his salary, which I believe he was only making about $300,000 a year. For what, 4 years on a 4-year contract? He spent almost $200,000 on building a new facility for Jackson State. And yet you have people out here still talking about how Deion Sanders ain't shit and ain't do shit for black people. How he turned his back. Deion Sanders betrayed you? That's what you're saying? And this is why, never mind. I'm not even going to say it. This motherfucker says, sell out your community the first chance you get for money when you already rich. Laughing my ass off, the jokes write themselves. So this person already thinks that he's sold out. See, this is, I don't know what's wrong. There's a whole bunch of people that are thinking like this. There's a whole bunch of people walking around thinking like this and putting this ideology on other people and saying that he sold out his community. Like I just said, he gave his own money to the community. He built facilities for the community. Jackson State is 11-0 in 3 seasons. 3 seasons, they've only lost 5 games. Tell me an HBCU in recent memory that has done that. Tell me an HBCU in the past decade that has been able to do that. Oh, and by the way, they had college game day at Jackson State. Fam. Anyways, they want to go on and spit out some more stupidity and say, and y'all want to blame single mothers for the downfall of the community. Shaking my head. You got to be kidding me. The first chance this person gets, they want to say, y'all want to blame single mothers for the downfall. Don't even get me started, man. See, this is the problem right here, okay? And we can look through these comments too. And she's rightfully getting flamed. Deion Sanders already has enough money. He has more than enough money. He didn't even have to coach, fam. That should tell you right there. He ain't doing it for the money. Dude's got so much money, his grandkids, his great-grandkids are still going to be well off. But the fact that you are getting mad at Deion Sanders for taking a job after leading an HBCU to an undefeated season, building a new facility, getting more eyes, getting more professional eyes on HBCU football. And then he goes to Colorado because he wants to continue his message. He wants to continue his journey. And y'all want to get mad? Y'all want to get bitter and salty? Shannon Sharpe, most of the time I disagree with him. But y'all really going to come out here and start calling Shannon Sharpe a coon for agreeing with Deion Sanders? So this person I actually had to reply to, man. And they said Shannon Sharpe really doubled down on cooning. Now, let's go ahead and listen to what look, I saw the whole thing of what happened yesterday. I watched this whole the whole show, or not the whole show, but the whole segment of them talking about Deion Sanders between Shannon Sharpe and Skip Bayless. And I agreed with everything Shannon Sharpe said when it came to Deion Sanders. I had to reply to this guy. I said, bro, come on. There's no way you're calling him a coon for this. I don't agree with Shannon Sharpe on a lot of things, but he's right on this one. Before we get to what he replied with, let's go ahead and watch this video real quick, or this clip that he clipped out.
But an HBCU wasn't my first choice, people. Okay. But my community,
y'all already know. You can tell the difference when you turn on the TV on college game day and on Saturdays in the fall. Take a look at the University of Arkansas and their football stadium and how many people they seat. And then take a look at, I don't know, South Carolina State or Norfolk State and look at their stadiums. Now, you tell me, where would you rather play? That's only a crumb of the difference between a high-level, a Power 5 conference college, hell, maybe a high-level D1 college, and an HBCU, or a smaller level college in general, not just HBCUs, but just smaller colleges. They don't have as much resources. They don't have as much money as these large colleges do. That's it. Look, that's just what it is. And now you're going to get mad at Deion Sanders because he's leaving. Now you're going to get mad at Shannon Sharpe because Shannon Sharpe is telling y'all the truth. But then when niggas lie, y'all say that they're cooning still. If Shannon Sharpe would have said, yeah, HBCU was my first choice. Y'all said, no, the fuck it wasn't. You were this, blah, 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 blah. You had a... Hey. Anyway, so let's go ahead and finish this clip real quick.
We got to stop feeling that somebody owes you something.
No, I got it.
He gave you 3 great years. He didn't promise you going to be there like Coach Rob for 50 years. But
Facts. So then he goes on to say, Deion Sanders ain't promised y'all shit. And he didn't. He said, look, I'm out here looking out for the youth. Now he's going to Colorado, and it's not an HBCU, and now y'all saying he's betraying his people? He turned his back on his people? So going back down to my tweet, he replies with, I should have shortened the clip because I don't agree with how he kept boldly throwing HBCUs under the bus. He was not boldly throwing HBCUs under the bus. He wasn't. I don't know why people keep saying that. He says, like, what's the point of Shannon Sharpe yelling, HBCUs was his second choice? Because HBCUs were his second choice. Look, it doesn't matter whether it's his second choice, his last choice, or his first, or he went into the fucking transfer portal. He went to an HBCU. Shannon Sharpe got eyes on that HBCU. He got professional eyes on his HBCU as well. Savannah State. He brought notoriety to Savannah State. But instead of wondering how niggas get eyes on the colleges, instead of wondering how long niggas get eyes on these colleges, y'all just want niggas to just stay there. Stay put. Fam, what does that do for anybody? I see these guys all the time online, and they preach about wealth. They preach about enriching yourself. They preach about getting better, all this other stuff. Well, getting better and getting more preaching more of your word out there, which is what Deion does, by the way. Deion is a man of faith, but y'all don't see that. Y'all don't take that into account. Y'all just think somebody should just stay put once they get to an HBCU, once they start helping out the community or helping out the culture. Y'all think that everybody should just stay put, stay in that little box that they're at. That's why nothing ever fucking gets done. And then y'all want to turn back around and blame white people. Anyways, he goes on to reply, again, I didn't even reply back to him yet. He says, I agree with the second half of what he said. I'm with Deion on that. So the second half, I'm guessing the second half of the clip, which is when Shannon Sharpe said that, Deion, he's moving on up. He should not be staying put. Like, he never promised anybody anything. He just said, look, I am here to make the youth better, specifically black youth better. Now that he's at Colorado, they think that there's not black players at Colorado. They don't think there's going to be black players coming to Colorado as well. People don't take that into account. See, y'all see what I'm saying? So all this negativity about Deion Sanders leaving an HBCU and going to a Division I college, or also Division I, but going to an FBS college, I don't see the disdain in there, man. I don't see the negativity in there. I see that only as being a positive thing. If you saw what he did at Jackson State, if you actually followed his journey, you know that all the ingredients in becoming a successful coach, Deion Sanders has. And now he's proven it on the Division I level. Now it's time to go to the top of the top. Now it's time to go to Colorado. I'm excited to see these games. Look, all eyes are going to be on Colorado starting in 2023. And now I know, give it a couple years, obviously. Give it a couple years, and I think that this is going to be a serious team. But anyways, man, enough about all that. I just wanted to at least talk about this. I don't want to take too much time out of you guys' day, but I just wanted to at least talk about this because I see a lot of freaking idiots on Twitter that act like they know what they're talking about when they're calling when they're calling Deion Sanders a coon, or they start calling people supporting Deion Sanders a coon. Look, I'm not saying that Shannon Sharpe is not a coon. I'm just saying he ain't a coon for this. Anyways, man, make sure you guys hit that like, hit that subscribe, all that good stuff. It's your boy Corn. It's Half-Ass Pod, and I am OUT.